Good morning and welcome back to the Irie 98 podcast. We are here with two of Bermuda Pacers, and we're going to get into the Magic Mile 2026, all things Magic Mile. If you guys can please introduce yourselves for those that do not know who you are.
My name is Raynor. I'm the current president of the Bermuda Pacers Track Club.
And my name is Jay Donawa. I'm a former athlete of the Bermuda Pacers Track Club and now one of the coaches.
So I'm going to start with you. Wayne, you've been leading the Pacers Track Club for years now. What first drew you into track and field and eventually into coaching and leadership?
My daughter, actually, Venetia, she used to run the 8 and 1500 meters. Mm-hmm. She's the one that got me coming out to track and field initially. And I just got caught with the bug after that.
Okay.
I've been with Pacers as president for 28 years now. It's funny,
as long as I've been alive.
She won a 6-year award when she was 6, going 7. You couldn't join until you were 7. And come that September, I was voted in as president.
Okay.
And I don't know, nobody else seems to come along and
take on the mantle.
Take on the mantle, yeah. But we'll get in there.
Great job.
So far, yeah.
He's done a great job.
And then for you, I want to ask, you're one of Bermuda's most recognized long-distance runners. How did your running journey begin, and what has kept you so passionate about the sport?
Okay, yeah. So for me, so the club was founded in 1981. I joined in 83.
Okay.
So I'm one of the originals, and along with Cal Simons, who is currently the head coach. He was my gym teacher at West End Primary, and he had just returned from the U.S. from school. And at West End at the time, the main sports were obviously football and cricket.
Yes.
And we had Mr. Turner. He was an Englishman, and he really was into that. And then Cal introduced helped to reintroduce cross country and it just took off from there. I just realized that I probably wasn't the fastest in terms of like over the short distances, but I had a lot of endurance, so it kind of worked out. And and then I joined the Pacers in '83, and my brother, and then since which my sons have also been a part of the Pacers. So it's for me, the club just. The club has had so much history, 45 years now.
And the 45th year this year.
Yeah, 45th year. So, so the club is obviously a big name in the community, and everybody knows about Pacers, and just to be a part of it, it's just been great, and it just represents longevity and the way my career. I started running in '83 and basically finished competition in 2017. So when I was 45. So yeah. So I've had a long distinguished career, and but now it's about just giving back to the club that basically gave me my start, and now it's about just whatever events that we're doing, trying to support not only the athletes but the events that we do, and in this case we're talking about the SkyPort Magic Mile, which I think has been in existence for 30 years, Mr. Raynor. I think I'll let Mr. Raynor speak on that, but so for me it's just, this is a gimme. So, this is a gimme.
I want to piggyback off of that because you guys do work with children so young, right? What values do you try to instill beyond athletic performance?
Well, for me, it's just the sport is about just trying to teach discipline, and we try to ensure that they develop and have fun, and understanding that while you may have 10 kids, maybe 1 or 2 may progress, outside of junior track and field into senior, and even go to university, and then even run. Professionally like this, but that's not the aim. The aim is to try to introduce the kids to a sport, track and field, which requires so much self-discipline, like that. It's, when you're on the track, you're in your own lane, it's no excuses. And so for us, it's just about trying to instill that in the kids, allowing them to develop, and then ultimately so they can become, very productive citizens, in the world, in the workplace and all of that. So just learning from young, and even though we travel as a team, track and field is very much an individual, thing. However, the team component helps, you know, like that. So when they get older, so when they do go out in the real world and start getting jobs and all that, they know how to, they understand the dynamics of team and all that. So that's what we try to do. Yeah.
In addition, you know, we want to help build good character. Let them have good self-esteem, good confidence. So their performance in whatever sport or job that they do is at the best. You know, they always give their best.
Yeah, I agree, honestly.
And we also, you know, encourage them academically as well.
Yes.
That's very important component. As much as so we have a scholarship program that ties into this. So, you know, they could save their parents a couple of bucks.
Right. And who doesn't want that in 2026?
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about the SkyPort Magic Mile. So it's a staple in Bermuda sporting calendar. For anyone who's new to it, what exactly is it?
The event this year is going into its 29th year. It originally started and was under the name of Telford Electric Magic Mile. First event, I believe, was in Somerset, and then it moved on to the National Sports Center. It's a running event. We start with 4-year-olds going up to 12 to 15-year-olds. So it's Magic Mile. You get it. So the 4-year-olds, their mile is 1 lap around the track.
Okay.
They're magical.
Yes.
Right?
Which is like 400 meters, but for them,
right, it's a lot.
When you see 4-year-olds running 1 lap, it looks like they're running a mile. You know, so it's all perspective. Yeah.
So then 4 and 5-year-olds, I think they both do 1 lap. Then 6 and 7 do 2 laps. And then the 8 and 9-year-olds, they would do
like 3 laps.
3 laps, and then the rest all do the full mile. Goes the Magic Mile. So, you know, it's wonderful to see these little kids, and you see some of the parents there. Some of the parents are actually running through their kids, right?
Okay.
Right? Something that they always aspire to do, but the kids out there doing it today.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a good, fun family event. It brings the whole family, gives them time to have some quality family time and bond together. And with the introduction of SkyPort, they've been with us for 7 years. And also they brought along with them Seoul and Security Associates.
Okay.
They're all associated because they're down at the airport, the LF8 airport.
Yes.
And we created the Fun Zone Village, which is next door. So these kids, I don't know what more is their motivation to get the 400 meters over it so they can go in the Fun Zone, Fun Castle. You know? But you know, it makes for a good fun day for the whole family. We were recognized last year as having one of the best family-oriented events island-wide.
And I want to ask, why do you think that this event resonates so much with families?
I think because of the longevity of the event. So what it is that you've got people that competed and who are now parents now. So you know, so it's just a recycling.
Right.
And as Mr. Raynor alluded to, it really is like it's a nice pure event. You know, people come out and generally when you see the kids, you know, they're usually bringing like at least 3 or 4, you know, like relatives with them, the parents, you know, grandparents and all of that. So it's a real wholesome event. And when you know, from the being on the track level, ground level like that, looking up into the stands are packed. I mean, we probably have more people in the stands during those races than they probably do for some of the football games.
Oh, wow.
You know, like that.
Nice.
It really is. It's just a really wholesome event, and
it's enjoyable for everybody. Yeah. It's something for everybody.
Yeah, and for the kids, it's you know, obviously we give out prizes for second and third, you know, in the respective races, and then there's a group prize as well. But it's more to it than just, you know, who wins and all of that, because they're all winners, and a lot of the kids, it's, you know, especially 4 and 5-year-olds, when they stand on that track, you know what it's like when you was young, you know, everything that seems big, you know, like that. And I can only imagine for them, that's like the, you know, the biggest thing ever, you know. And then they got the parents there, and we have restrictions. The parents can't be on the track. So it's for the first time, some of these kids are doing things like solely on their own. And it's, you know, and it's a great thing. But to see the joy of the parents, you know, and the family, you know, when the kids finish, you know, regardless of what position, you know, they finish, you know, like, it's always, it's a great thing to see. Yeah, wonderful thing to see. Yeah.
So I've heard that 2026's Magic Mile is going to be a little bit different, newer things. There've been some exciting updates this year. Can you walk us through the new format?
The race itself is not changing. It's gonna number pickup will start at 10 o'clock and go to about 3. The first race will be the 4-year-old girls at 12 noon, and then we'll progress through the ages. Then we'll move over to the kids zones, which is sponsored by Security Associates. And they've got the fun castles from fun time and play games. They're providing fun activity. And we're still nailing down, but in the past we've had caricature.
Oh, like the drawings?
The guidance, the drawings and stuff for them. Face painting and stuff like that. The kids really get into. People will be able to get food there. There'll be different vendors there as well.
Love that.
Variety.
Yes.
As well as the hub, which is the main food vendor at the stadium on a regular basis. So it's really, and then we're trying to secure in the majorettes.
Oh, nice.
They normally open. We get a group to open for us, and gumbays.
Love
They're going. The gumbays are, really there in this kids' village.
Okay.
Kids love the gumbays.
Yes, I think we all do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna see if Mr. Raynor does one of the caricatures. Like that. Get the drawing.
Right, yeah. And see what they...
I'm afraid to get them. I see them on the streets in the US, and they always seem to accentuate like some parts of their body that or your face that you don't like, and they really highlight it. So I'm a little, I don't want to get that done.
Right.
It'll be fun though.
And so I've also heard that all races are happening on the track at Philadelphia Stadium.
Yes.
Why the change, and what benefit does this bring to young runners?
Well, the change was we were creating traffic congestion every time we had to block off the street before to get the kids into the arboretum. That was nice, but logistically, it also allowed the parents to see the entire race.
Okay.
Because the arboretum is not viewer friendly.
Right. I understand. Yes.
And the parents enjoy that, and you get to screaming and shouting for the child, from start to finish.
Yes, yes.
So we see better performances coming from kids because they're getting pushed now by the cheers that the parents are giving them and so forth.
Okay. And then for parents that don't know, how can they get the children involved with registration? Are they still able to register now?
Yeah, registration is open now at racedayworld.com.
Okay.
They go to racedayworld.com, scroll down, they'll see the SkyPort logo for the race. And once they click on that, all the information they need is there. Each category is outlined. So the age of your child on the day, you just clicked on, if it's 4 or 5 right now, you clicked on 4 or 5, 6, and just fill it out.
Easy like that.
Yeah.
We love when it's easy.
Yeah, most definitely.
And then why is pre-registration important? Why are there no race signups like on the day?
It just creates sort of logistics nightmare because people want to sign up on the day and they're signing up and that particular child's age group is on the track.
Okay.
So we're not going to be holding up the race for that.
Right.
We got some 14, 15 races to get through. And it's, it's not nice to hurl for somebody.
Yeah.
Who's up in the stands. It's got to make it to the track. That's delay and things won't go off on time as such.
Yeah, and it also because a lot of the kids now they do like a multitude of events on Saturday, like different sports, I should say. So what you see is like is not uncommon for on Saturdays where parents are taking the sons, daughters to ballet in the morning, doing this and all of that.
Yes.
So the way the event runs with pre-registration and the way the event runs, it's like, okay, my child's in the 6-year-old is going to go off at 1:20, so it buys you the time. So you just get the number, and just be there
for that time.
Yeah. And you see the ebbs and flows, where kids are coming and they run and then they're going to something else like that. It's a lot. I mean,
I'm sure.
Back in my day, you just did one event, and, for the day, that was it. And you just did it all day.
Right.
Now these kids are coming, and you can see them. Some of them coming in the little ballet things, and then they run the race, and they change, and they put on the SkyPort T-shirt, and then they run the race, and then they're going to something else, and all of that. So
just makes it easier.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it makes it clean and just easier logistically. Yeah.
Do you guys have any tips for parking?
Yes, parking for anyone that's handicapped is going to be at the National Sports Center, the Roberts Avenue entrance.
Okay.
All others will be parking in the Arboretum.
Okay.
So they'll park in the Arboretum and then walk back
And walk
across
over.
into the stadium. We have the gates closer to that side open so they can get entrance from the Parsons Road.
Right at the top.
entrance,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that we encourage everyone to go to the Arboretum for parking, and they'll be entering the Arboretum by the roundabout side there on Montpelier.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you had said SkyPort has been sponsoring the event for 7 years now, I think you said?
7 years,
7
yeah.
years. So what does their support mean for the Magic Mile?
Magic Mile be practically for the whole club. They allow us to raise funds to send the kids abroad to develop against other athletes in other countries and so forth. You know, every week running against Jay, I know how quick he is. Okay,
Right.
yeah. But when I go to unknown, it brings out a lot more
Yes.
of the athletes. You know,
Yes.
they don't know who's around them, so it brings out the best
Yes.
in them.
Love
You know, you see them ticking over in their mind. You see the nerves and everything, but
Oh yeah,
you know,
and some
when-
tears as well. You know, some of them cry, and then
Yeah.
to the point where once the gun goes off, or then all of that goes away, and
Right.
the competitive spirit comes, and they just take off.
Yeah,
Some of
yeah,
these kids, they take off.
it also helps us, to operate, and keep our scholarship things going
Nice.
as well.
Nice.
You know, it really means a lot to the club to have
have
this sort
them.
of support from corporate Bermuda.
Another question I have is, how important are these sponsors in helping the Pacers deliver an event of this scale?
Oh, the sponsors are very close-knit, involved group. We have Mr. Crockville from Security Associates, Mr. Alan Adderley from SkyPort. So I'm quite hip, can't recall his name right off the hand,
No.
but they're involved. They'll be up the evening before, assisting, getting their tents and assisting everything's in place. And we actually start working on this event probably 2 months after the previous event is finished,
Okay. Well,
to get everything going.
right.
We have most of our weekly meetings. So yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm sure it takes a lot to
It
get
is a lot. Yeah,
this all together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we want to talk about the Magic Mile's role in youth development. You've seen kids start at 4 and grow into competitive athletes. What does that progression look like?
Yeah, so like I said, so for most of them, like so a 4-year-old, for instance, coming to do the event, it's probably in preschool, like that. And what it does, I think it gets a little bit of the competitive bug in them before
Right.
they actually go off to, say, like a primary school level. And it's almost like an opportunity to just to see if they, if the kids like, running and all of that. And then our club, the Pacers, we started accepting the kids at 7, Serena. Yeah. So it gives a couple years to see if the kids like it.
Right.
Sometimes, parents sometimes force the kids, like that. Well, just to see if they're interested.
Yes.
And if they're not, that's fine as well. So it's a progression. And then what you see is once they get into the 6-7 year range, then they just want to do it each year. It becomes like a thing where the kids want to do it more. And, and that's when you start to see, okay, well, maybe they want to come to the Pacers or maybe some, another organization.
Right.
But so we just see the progression of the athletes like that. And then try to instill in them, some of the key characteristics of, athletics and without, going too deep into it and allowing them, as I said earlier, to let it to be fun. But track and field in general, like I've said already, it's a lot of self-discipline, and it's a sport that is in high competition with like football. Like football right now, it's on the male and female side of things. It's
very, very popular.
It's very, very popular.
Yes.
So even when I was coming along, I thought it was popular, but it was nowhere near as popular as it is now in terms of, the way they do it. So we lose a lot of kids. Well, I wouldn't say lose a lot of kids, but a lot of kids end up, choosing.
Interesting, yes.
And me personally, like I have 3 sons and they've all chosen football.
Football.
But they were all in in track and field in different capacities. Where my oldest son actually was a Crifton gold medalist.
Nice.
In triple jump, but he decided to go football, and the next one, and then the youngest one. So,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all we're happy if the kids are doing something positive.
Yes.
So that and that organization like us has similar goals, trying to develop good citizens for Bermuda as they get older.
Yes.
And productive,
And do you guys know can you think of any memorable athletes who come through Pacers and have like performed internationally?
Dej Miners.
These men come to mind. Armstrong, Terrence Armstrong, he ran a bit overseas.
Yeah.
We have locally now starting to make, not locally, but younger age group now. We have Miles Outerbridge, Sakari Famous, there's high jump.
Okay, nice.
So they're in the mix right now.
Yes.
And as they speak, most of the Pacers coaches have come through the Pacers Track Club.
Okay.
Yeah. And even some of the most current, like Carifta athletes who would have traveled in 2025, they all did the Luca Bartoli, Cameron Atkins, Rihanna Robinson, it's the Kanye
Jobson.
There's a bunch of them that are currently with the club, and they've aged out. In terms of because they're now over 15, so they can't compete no more.
Okay.
However, but they were they did a number of years doing the SkyPort Magic Mile. Yeah.
And obviously that they've grown to where they are now. What advice would you give to a young child who wants to come and do the Magic Mile but they're just so nervous to run?
It's their first experience. Just come run and just enjoy it. And then from that experience, you will gain a lot into what running's all about and so forth. Some people that go, they know it's not going to be for first, but just to get, tick one off in the box, get the experience, and the age, get a feel for it. Because they even like in school today, they expose the children to so many different sports and so forth. And this is what it is. You just get that exposure and you find out if this is a fit for you or if it's just going to be a fun thing.
Okay, I can appreciate that because even I don't run. I would love to. I was saying to my boss at my other job that I want to do 24th of May this year and try to do the half marathon. So I would have loved to have done something like this to build up that encouragement to even consider tackling something like.
Well, I'll tell you one thing you could do. You could be a challenge for you. I'll get you to lead the 4 and 5 year olds around the track.
Sure.
If you can survive that, chances are really good you making 24 for me.
And really just have to run half the lap because eventually they'll just they'll pass you and then you're gonna let them go to their glory. Yeah, like that. So that'll be your introduction to training for 24th of May. That's a big deal there. Yeah, that's a big event.
And what are you both most excited about for this 2026 SkyPort Magic Mile?
Oh, just the continuing on the legacy, and it's wonderful. It like the biggest thrill for me is just seeing the kids compete and seeing the potential. I mean, Mr. Simon is probably better than me, but you can see from an early young age the potential that the kids have going on.
For me, it's you see especially for the younger ones, the trepidation, the nervousness that they have, and then once they complete it, then you see once the gun goes off, all of that goes away anyways. And then they just morph into their own competitive things. But to watch them finish, and regardless of what position they finish, like just to see the joy and the ecstasy, and then the parents coming or the family coming and receive them at the end of the finish shoot, and then to see them, and then after that it's off to all the different things, and that for me that's a big part that I really enjoy, just watching them like after the event and just how happy they are. They usually be done with their SkyPort Magic shirt. And then you just see them for weeks and weeks on and after that.
And we want to just ask any final messages for Bermuda's young runners and their families.
Just come out to the event. It's on February 21st and enjoy. We have the running, and then we have the Kids Village. And again, thanks to our sponsor SkyPort, Searle, and Security Associates for assisting us, putting on this event, sponsoring it. You're going to have a fun time, a good family atmosphere, plenty of food. around and entertainment for the kids.
Yes, nice.
And everybody's a winner.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
That's
Everybody's a
yes,
winner. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, thank you guys so very much.
Thank you
And
for having us.
I really hope that everyone does go out and enjoy this SkyPort Magic Mile. It sounds like an amazing event.
Yeah.
And I do want to encourage families to get your kids involved. Even if you come to just spectate in it, they can just come and spectate and just enjoy what we have to offer in Bermuda, because there's so much greatness in Bermuda, and I feel like people don't come out and support the things that are doing so well for our communities. So I really do want to encourage everyone to please come out. Yeah. And I want to say a thank you again to you guys for coming and talking with me.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.